What's up, guys? I'm Rocker Steiner. You're listening to Like a Farmer.
Hey, y'all, it's Pat here. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. Mr. Rocker Steiner joins the show today. 21-year-old kid out of Texas. That's a top 5 bronc rider in the world. This episode's going to be exciting. We're going to talk about dropping out of school, what he has done to gain the success in the bronc riding world today. We're going to be talking about some after parties, too. If there's one thing this kid can do, it can party, especially after a win, and he's won a lot. This will be a very exciting episode. As always, catch me on YouTube every single Wednesday or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Let's get into it. Dude, finally, man. You have no idea how pumped I am for you to be on the show.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Got you a gift.
Oh, God.
Right off the bat. A little case
gift?
knife action. Yeah, open
A
it
little
up.
gift? I like gifts. It's like Christmas.
Now, you got to watch yourself on the TSA, but check that thing out.
Heck yeah, like a farmer, baby.
Yeah.
Good blade. She shaves.
Pretty cool, right?
That's badass, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Rankings on kind of where you sit today, because we've got to hang out quite a bit lately. Honestly, we were in Texas after Kid Rock saying what you won, shocker. And then I saw you after NASCAR here in Nashville, and now today. And I feel like you've been jumping around that top 5 in the world. Like today, what are you ranked?
Number 2.
How does that feel?
Sucks.
Because you got to be who's number 1?
Bradley Miller. He's one of my buddies. He's a good dude. But I think I'm trailing him by like 30,000 now. So a couple more weeks, I'll pass him. I told him a couple weeks ago, I was like, hey, man, I've gone in number 1 in the world to the finals before. I was like, look, it's only $7,500 bonus, you know. I was like, it's not that cool. You don't need it. I'll take it from here. All right.
I want to back up a little bit. Now, where in Texas did you grow up?
So I grew up in Austin, Texas. Got out of there when I was, I want to say, 12. Moved to Blanco, started getting on bucking horses when I was 13. And then when I was like 15 or 16, moved up to Weatherford, Texas, where I'm at now.
So at 12, I mean, you're locked in. Like you're saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do for a living. Is that correct?
So at 12, I was still wakeboarding.
Okay.
When I was 13, that's whenever I decided, you know, it was like right before I turned 14. I think it was like 3 months before my 14th birthday, I started getting on. So like about then is whenever I was like, let's say no more. Actually, I was like, let's start getting on bucking horse to see if I like it, which I already loved it. So I was going to try to do both, but eventually I was just like, screw wakeboarding. Let's just be a bareback rider.
Yeah, I mean, you come from I know your dad was a stud back in the day, but was there anybody else family-wise that had been doing the rodeo, or where did you kind of get the passion from?
Pretty much everybody in my family was either made the finals or was a world champion. So granddad is a 1973 world champion bull rider. Dad won the world in 2002 in the bulldogging, and my mom and grandmother both made the finals in the barrel racing. My grandmother finished second in the world one year by $50. So which now is, you know, like probably like 1,000.
Yeah.
So you know, pretty close to a world championship, and my sister's also barrel racing. So we got a whole family tree of rodeo.
So you knew what you were going to do. I mean, from the start, after wakeboarding, because were you like done with school after 13, or was it one of those things like, hey, I'm going to be homeschooled and kind of figure it out?
Whenever I was in school, I was always in trouble, always in detention, and getting to skip out on recess. So I eventually ended up dropping out of the 4th grade. My dad just was like, hey, look, Steiners aren't made for school. You got shit going on. You know, I wasn't just like a worthless kid, you know?
Yeah.
So I was always in Orlando, Florida, wakeboarding. And, you know, I just was never really home. You know, about 2 weeks out of each month, I was gone in Orlando, Florida, wakeboarding with Jeff Langley, who's a great friend of mine and was my coach back then. And so I was always gone, always in trouble. So my dad was like, hey, look, fuck this. You're probably not going to be big enough to play football. So let's just get out of this deal. And we tried homeschool for about 3 months. And my goal was to make it as miserable as possible on my mom. So she didn't want to do it anymore. And I succeeded. And I pretty much have a 4th grade education. So my dad used to call me the experiment. And he used to tell me, look, I don't know how this is going to go. I might be ruining your life, so don't let me down. So I worked every day to not let him down. Here we are.
Dude, you can tell. Like, seriously, I mean, I really enjoy when we go to these rodeos. And it's not just me. I mean, you have done a really good job with your brand and who you are as a person of, like, I'm not giving up. I'm going to work hard, and I respect you, but I'm going to kick your ass type of deal. Listen, I just had John Shahidi, the founder of Happy Dad, on this show last
John.
week.
He's a great guy.
And we talked about you. Because it's not like Happy Dad's doing this with a lot of people. I mean, they're picking and choosing on who they want to really be, like, brand ambassadors, and they only have a handful. And for them to choose you, like, you're doing the right thing. But when your name gets called through that arena, like, it fucking erupts.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That's gotta feel good, right?
It really does. It's you know, I know I'm like the guy that acts like I don't really give a shit about anything, and I'm, you know, just here to win. But it's being a part of Happy Dad, and, you know, my other sponsor, Black Rifle Coffee, and Boot Barn, Saratelli, Barstow. You know, it's I'm very thankful for where I am right now, and I have some great fans. My family's great. I have the best friends in the world, so I'm very thankful for, you know, how my life has turned out so far. So we just gotta keep going and not let them down, and make the best thing happen possible.
100%. And we're sitting here in Nashville, so I'm comparing a little bit to an individual that wants to make it in country music, right? There's stuff that happened throughout their career, like, oh shit, I made the right decision. Like, I'm glad, whether it's opening for a Luke Combs or dropped an album and it just charted really well. Like, what are some things that you have seen over the last 2 or 3 years? Like, man, I made the right decision to do what I'm doing.
Man, I don't really know. I'm not really one to believe in there's a bad decision. You know, I had some things that, you know, I probably shouldn't have done or weren't right. Of course. But in the moment, they seemed like the right thing to do, you know? And so, you know, I don't know if I took a left when I should have taken a right or not, but, you know, whichever turn I take is, for me, is the right move, just because at the time I thought it was the right thing to do. So I'm just kind of living day by day, and, you know, I could be, you know, living on the street one day. I don't know, but I could be, you know, one of the most successful people in the world. And if either... Actually, I don't want to live on the street, but you know, and I never will. But you know, I'm just thankful for what's going on, and whichever move I make or whatever I did in the past, it was the right decision.
When you started getting into the rodeo scene, obviously for people listening and watching, I mean, there's multiple events when it comes to a rodeo. Like, were you kind of testing everything and then locked in on what you're doing now, or how did that come about?
No, so honestly, like, rodeo wasn't even my idea. Whenever I was a little kid, you know, I obviously knew my dad and granddad were world champions. I knew all about my family's history with rodeo, and I was just the kid that I loved bragging on my dad and my granddad that they're world champions.
And what were they doing event-wise? Were they...
My granddad was a bull rider.
Okay, gotcha.
And my dad was a bulldogger.
Gotcha.
And so I loved bragging about, you know, them being world champions. My granddad rode bulls. All the kids loved it back when I did go to school. And... you know, I love that they were successful and the best in the world at what they did, but I honestly just never wanted a part of it. You know, they never really talked about rodeo. They never hyped it up. And I was just the kid that had super long hair, board shorts, flip-flops, and was on the lake every day. I didn't really, I never wanted a part of rodeo. I never wore a cowboy hat. I had dreadlocks. And, you know, one day I just kind of decided that, you know, wakeboarding really isn't what I want to do anymore. I kind of stopped progressing. I thought I had it all figured out. And, you know, one day I just woke up and was like, it's kind of it. Like, I don't really want to do this anymore. And my granddad was like, you know, I think you should ride bareback horses. Like, what's bareback? Like, what's riding bareback horses? And he showed me some videos that his friend Don Graham showed him of some kids my age getting on bucking horses, and I was like, me being competitive, I was like, I can fucking do that, right? So I just automatically like fell in love with it. I just started studying it, watched seriously every YouTube video about riding bucking horses, or, you know, setting up riggings, what's in their gear bag. So, you know, I was honestly in love with riding bareback horses before I even did it. And my granddad asked me, you know, my granddad set me up, you know, with exactly what I needed. He didn't give me everything I wanted, but everything I needed to be successful. So he got me some buck and shoots, 2 buck and shoots, and, you know, some practice horses and stuff. And he was like, Rocker, what are you gonna do if you don't like it? You might not like it. And I was like, I fucking love it already, And so like before I even did, I was in love. I was all in, and already set. When I was 13, I was like, all right, turn pro at 18. I got 5 years. I'm gonna practice for 5 years and go to the NFR and win the world my rookie year. And obviously that didn't happen, but Ty Murray.
Did you come close on that?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I went in number 4 in the world my rookie year, and I came out 10th, which I didn't. I kind of had some injuries before. We'll get into that later. But I had some injuries going into the finals that kind of kept me from riding as best as I could, and I won a round at the NFR. I think I made it out of the finals for like $64,000 or something, which is good, but not if you want to win the world. So, yeah, I was all in from day one.
When you think $64,000 is what you won that year, like what's been your biggest paycheck that you've gotten from
one rodeo?
Yeah, I guess you won the American.
I won
right?
the American.
I mean, Jesus. Can we talk about what
100
was that?
G's?
100 G's right off the bat. Mm-hmm. What do you buy after that? Anything cool?
Yeah, I bought a Rolly.
You have it on?
Yeah, I do.
Let me see it.
It's just a Everose Daytona.
Got to. I love that move. Like after that, I mean, what is the feeling of like, dude, I just won the American? Like,
honestly, like winning the American is obviously like huge, right? It's the highest payout in rodeo. You have a chance. Some guys have a chance of winning $1 million. The top 5 from the previous year who were exempted in have a chance at $100,000. So it's an amazing deal to win the American. But really, the same guys that are at the American are at the rodeo that adds $5,000. So it's not so much about winning an event, because the best guys in the world are pretty much at every rodeo. So it's just about who draws really good. Winning any rodeo is a big deal, because I mean, as long as the best in the world are there, it's a big deal. Some just pay more, you know what I'm saying? But I had a lot of luck at the final or at the American, and we walked out with $100,000, and it was great.
Dude, that's a good feeling right there. Let me ask you something, Rocker, and this is something that we've talked about with a few people that come on the show. What I love about you, one of the main things is you never forget where you came from. And you're a Texas boy, but like you said, like, look, Pat, I had long hair, dreads, like to be on the boat, like I'm hanging out. I mean, and then you come into this rodeo world, and what's something that's also coming in this rodeo space is country music. I mean, the Americans, the perfect example. I mean, they have a star-studded lineup of country musicians playing the rodeo, and I love seeing both of the worlds collide. We've been to a few after parties with some country musicians that love to be in this lifestyle. Like, what are your thoughts on kind of this popular lifestyle now of everybody wanting to get into country music, go to rodeos, wear cowboy boots, drive a pickup truck? I mean, it seems like this lifestyle is getting more popular, which is really cool, I think. Mm-hmm. Brands like Happy Dad getting into it. I mean, it's cool to see.
Yeah, thank you, Taylor Sheridan, for that.
Correct. I mean, it's got to be up there, right?
Yeah, he's a huge part of it. I don't know when the movie came out, but I've heard a lot of people talk about, what country music rodeos got bigger after, Urban Cowboy. Yep. And, the same thing is with, Yellowstone and, a bunch of the movies and TV shows that Taylor's done. But, he's helped out a lot. But really being a cowboy right now is the cool thing to do. I mean, you see people that don't come from a rodeo background, country background, wearing cowboy hats, and it's just it's kind of a style thing right now. And if you want to be an artist right now and you want to make it big, country music is where it's at right now. And if you want to go have a good time, rodeos are blowing up. So it's a good time to be a country singer, and it's a good time to be a rodeo athlete. So I'm just thankful that I'm in this era.
What are some of the cool people that you've seen like come and watch at the rodeos?
Man, there's been a lot of people, man.
Outside of our boy Jagger. I mean,
dude, Jagger's the coolest.
That picture of y'all the other day fucking stamped up.
That's how I was.
It's unbelievable.
I was literally him without the chaps and the fake pistol, and but
just a great kid too. His dad obviously is an icon.
Yeah, he's a wild little fella. But I've met a lot of people through rodeos. I mean, Kid Rock goes to rodeos all the time.
Yeah, he's got his own one
now.
Who
would have thought? Kid Rock has his own rodeo. If you would have told me, hey, 10 years ago, hey, Kid Rock's gonna have a rodeo one day, I'll be like, No, zero chance. But
Not gonna happen.
yeah, I met him at the NFR,
Which was when?
2022,
22. How
in my rookie year. So pretty much, as most people know, I had the whole arena kerfuffle with the judges, and his people or him saw that video of that kind of blew up of me, saying, "What do you want from me?" or however I put it, and he saw that, and my dad was like, "Hey, Kid Rock wants to meet you," and I was like, "Kid Rock wants to meet me because I cussed the judges?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, I would have done that a long time ago, if I got to meet Kid Rock." So I met him there the next day, and got to be friends with some of his friends and stayed pretty close to him. So there's a lot of people in rodeos. Co Wetzel's a huge rodeo fan.
Huge.
And he owns a bunch of bucking bulls. I saw Bailey Zimmerman got on a bull the other day. So there's a lot of people that are interested in rodeo right now. So it's good to be top of the game in the rodeo world right now.
Yeah, especially you mentioned the buying the bulls, Dana White. What was the Viking? Was it Viking Jared Allen? Right, he's a defensive guy. I mean, he's got a couple bulls, and it's really cool to see that. You mentioned Sheridan a little bit ago. You were on Yellowstone. You made a little appearance.
I did.
How'd that come about?
So Taylor Sheridan moved right next to us. So he's our neighbor. He got to be friends with my dad. And if I'm going to be completely honest, at the time, I was 15, didn't have a care in the world other than go on the boat, ride bucking horses, and hang out with the girls. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. Valid.
So, I didn't really watch too much TV. I knew what Yellowstone was. Obviously, I saw a little bit of it, but didn't know who Taylor was. And met him. Obviously, great guy. So we just kind of started hanging out, went on the boat, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" It's like, "What show?" He's like, "My show." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." He's like, "You want to ride a bucking horse?" Yeah, that sounds good to me. Went and did it, and honestly, it's like one of my most asked about experiences. Like, people all the time, how is it being on Yellowstone? I'm like, it was badass. It's so much different than what I've ever done. It's I had to my scene where I walked across the chutes. I did that like 300 times. Not really, but
yeah.
it was like at least like 30 times. It was a great experience, and really it was just one of those things. It wasn't like some guy called me that I didn't know. It was like, "You want to be on the show?" Is one of my dad's friends and one of my friends that is who I knew. I was friends with him before I knew what he did. So it was a very cool experience.
That's
especially
cool.
Do it for one of our friends and one of the biggest things in the movie and TV world right now.
And culture as a whole.
Dude.
I mean, like,
crazy.
We could go back in time and talk about a lot of people that have changed culture and what you're doing, musicians, farmers, hunters, fishermen, like people that want to get into this. I mean, it's a culture. He might be the pioneer of that movement. To be honest,
he really
with you.
is. I mean, he's at the top of our game right now. I mean, if Taylor wants something, Taylor can make it happen. I promise.
That's correct.
So it's like you stay on his good side and you be his friend. You don't make Taylor mad.
Yeah, let's give him his flowers. It's not just Yellowstone.
Let's be honest.
Tulsa
If Taylor wanted to ruin Western sports, he probably could.
I mean, you're probably right.
So let's just keep him happy.
Yeah. We love you, Taylor. People know when you're in the arena, when you're riding. I mean, you've got the fire red. I mean, you're making some noise. Where did that come from? It kind of reminds me of like a Tiger Woods Sunday red. Is that where it came from? Are you kidding?
Yeah. So Tiger Woods, obviously,
GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't care what the stats say. Tiger Woods is the greatest of all time. He wore red on Sundays. Anyway, how many years did he go undefeated?
He was number one in the world. We'd have to get some sort of fact check. Maybe, will you look that up? How many weeks was Tiger Woods number one? It was like...
Dude, it was so long. But anyway, so I started off red chaps, and I was, 13 when I got my first pair of chaps, and I was watching the Punisher series at the time. And
683
weeks?
683 weeks. That was number one.
So divide that by, how many weeks? 52.
I don't know. Look at me. I don't know.
Which would be that would be how many years?
13.
13 years.
Yeah.
He was number one.
That's right.
But anyways, go ahead.
Go. Anyway, so I was watching the Punisher series. Obviously, Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
That speaks for itself. Wore the Punisher skull. And I just love the Punisher skull. So I put the Punisher skulls on my red chaps when I was a kid, and it just kind of worked. And then I went to Barstow to pick up a rig and to get a vest. And I picked up a vest, and it was solid red. And I was like, man, I like this one. Brent at Barstow was like, he's like, yeah, we can make it in, whatever color you want. I was like, well, I want this one. It matches my chaps. So I started riding red chaps, red vest, and I was just like wearing, whatever shirt at the time, blue, white, black, whatever. And then, my granddad was like, hey, you need to do all red, like Tiger. He's like, everybody, like you got to have a color, like you have to have like an outfit that everybody's gonna recognize. And so I was like, all right. So I just started rocking all red. My first year, like I would, have a white shirt or whatever. And Bob was like, no, go all red every time. So we just started rocking all red. Got red and white boots, red chaps, black pants, red vest, red shirt. I'm not gonna wear a red hat. I'm sorry, can't do it.
I can feel that. With the logo, too. I mean, you got Chris Kyle and you got Tiger Woods kind of matched up. Mm-hmm. I mean, those are stone cold killers.
Yeah, which, I mean, the Punisher logo is, like kind of like a known military thing. But I liked Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
And he had it on, so I liked it.
Man, it's just no fair. It's like all the people that we love and like we enjoy watching and I think are badasses, they all fucking come from Texas, man.
Chris Kyle rode Bronx, too.
Did he?
I don't know if he was very good. But he rode Bronx.
I'm over here from Florida. Hey, I play a game on the show, okay? This game's called Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS. You have a brand new pair of boots coming. I sent Skinny your code to just go order whatever you want. But I have 4 questions in my pocket, okay, Rocker?
Right.
Now, you can give one of them the boot if you'd like.
Okay.
And that means you'd have to answer.
I'm not giving him the boot.
Thank you. There you go. Question number 1, give him the boot. Here you go.
All right. What was the best party after a win? Honestly, after the American was really fun. We went to the PBR bar at Texas Live.
Yep.
And I got back up. I told JB Mooney before the American. It was actually right after my first horse that we were going into the 4-man. And I told him, I was like, after I win this thing, we're going to be drinking Jaeger bombs all night, and I'm paying for them. Because when you're with JB only, if he's taking a shot, it's a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah.
JB, Jaeger.
Yeah.
Anyway. So he's like, all right, I'm going to hold you to it. So I win the American.
You called your shot.
Damn right I called my shot. So we go to Texas Live, and I order 40 Jaeger bombs. 40 Jaeger bombs. And I have what is a booth at a VIP? There's a whole, I think the max is like 15 people.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say 12 or 13.
I'm going to say we had 50 people in this thing. We had so many people at my table that security stopped giving out wristbands and just started they were like, we can't stop this, So we were up on the table. The mixers spilled everywhere. The Sprite, whatever they bring, the cranberry, the water, whatever. It spilled everywhere. All we have is bottles in the ice, no mixers, so we just start passing around bottles. I'm like, we can't. There's no way we can keep mixers in here, so let's just start ripping these bottles. We're taking shots of vodka, tequila, whatever the hell I ordered. I got 40 Jaeger bombs everywhere. We got 50 people. JB's in there. Damian Brennan, who also just won the American with me. We have a shitload of bronc riders. Everybody. It almost seems like there's nobody else in the bar except for the table. We're going nuts. I'm feeding my mom shots out of the bottle. My dad was going crazy. I mean, I just won $100,000. you got to send it, especially when JB Mooney's there. And I was having signs come out like JB fucking Mooney. The next one was fuck him, feed him fish heads. And me and JB posed in front of it with the middle finger up. So it was a fun time.
Dude, that's gangster right there, man. Go for it. Question number 2.
Number 2. Who's my favorite country musician to hang with? I don't know if you could really call him country. Sorry, Skinny.
Skinny, you're number
Skinny,
one. We
you're
just
number
want to let
one.
you know that.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you. But I don't know if you could really call him country. He's more of like a country rock.
Yeah. Co. Yeah.
I love Co.
100%.
I would like Co's. I'm not. If I'm gonna be completely honest, like I'm not a huge celebrity guy. Like I don't care to hang out with celebrities.
Yeah.
I like to hang out with people that I like to be around. And Co is like just a sick human being to hang out with. He's a good guy, makes you feel good, hypes you up the whole time, and he's just an absolute legend.
Legend.
So hang out with him, and you can just like have a normal conversation with him, but then you can also go out to the bar and party as hard as you want to party.
There's no stopping. I mean, there's
No.
that one video clip of like Parker talking about like hanging with Co at the strip club. He's like kicking doors
if
in.
you think you can out party Co Wetzel, you're wrong, and you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. Like, maybe not anymore. He just had a kid, and I think he hasn't been partying anymore. I don't think.
Test that out, honestly.
I don't think, but I think if there's anybody that can talk him into partying, I think it's me. I actually have a funny story about Co. Here's another time I called my shot. We're going into the Fort Worth Rodeo, into the short round. And I texted because I have everybody. We're gonna go to the riot room after.
Yeah.
And I texted him. I was like, "Hey, you in town?" Because he lives right next to me.
Yep.
We're neighbors. And
Hold
which
on.
is
So you mean to me it's
Co Wetzel's my neighbor. It's a bad
Sheridan,
it's
you,
a
and
problem.
Co?
I know it's a real problem.
Okay.
Anyway.
Jeez, how do you get into that neighborhood,
It's
man?
a problem. I know. Anyway, so I texted him. I was like, "Hey, riot room tonight." He's like, "No, man, I'm staying home." And I was like, "All right, if I win, you got to come out." So actually, I said, "When I win, you have to come out." He's like, "All right, if you win, I'll come out." I was like, "All right." So I rode and I texted him, "Pack your shit. We're going to the riot room." He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I made Co leave his house and drive 45 minutes to the bar, and then we just had a big ass time. And there was bottles everywhere. I mean, and this, I was 21 during this, so
Yeah, for sure.
obviously.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. And I was like, "Hey, Co, let me split it with you." And he's like, "You don't want it." He's like, "You don't want it." And I was like, "Yes, sir. Thank you. Love you. Thanks for the fun time." So I got Co out of the house, and we had a good time. But Co, you could have 3 guys and some drinks and have a great time with Co. I mean, he's a great human being.
He's somebody you want on your side, too. I mean, the dude's
He's a big bastard.
built like a fucking Brahma bull, man.
He's not even fat. Like, he's not
No.
even fat.
No. He's like what we call like farm strong
Dude,
back home.
he looks
Just
like he's been
building fence
He
and
looks like
working
he's
cows.
been building fence.
Yeah.
Like, when he's looking away from you, the back of his neck is that big.
Yeah.
It's like
He's built, I mean, he's almost like that buck right there. That one's a little
his
scrawny.
neck is the size of that deer.
Yeah. He's built like a Brahma bull.
Yeah, if you hit him, your arm's gonna snap.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And if he hit you, your head's gonna snap.
I'm not getting in a fight with that guy.
No. What is one behind the scenes moment from the NFR that fans will not or wouldn't believe? I feel like anything's believable with me.
It's a great answer.
Um,
I mean, it's Vegas. There's got to have been something like.
Okay, here's one. This is the day I met Kid Rock. I don't know if they would believe this, but it happened. And my buddy Braveheart, Jason Braveheart.
Oh yeah, know him very well. Yeah.
He can
Because of
attest
Skinny.
this.
Dude's a legend. If Braveheart's around, you know it's just legendary.
Yeah, so I go up to the box, meet Bob for the first time. He's like, hey, he's constantly, if you know Bob, he's constantly smoking a cigar. He's never not smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I'm going to go outside and smoke this cigar. Do you guys want to go? And I was like, fuck yeah, it was me. This is the most badass group. It was me, Bob, JB Mooney, and Braveheart. How awesome is that?
I don't think it gets any better.
So
JB
we're
wasn't smoking a cigar. Though.
We
He was
walk
smoking a
down the
Marlboro.
stairs behind the Thomas and Mack. I'm watching Bob smoke a cigar. I'm 18. I'm like, this is the most badass thing ever. And there's some people behind us, and they kind of see what's going on. They're like, hey, Rock, can I get a picture? And Bob turns around, And they go, no, Rocker. And I was like, hey. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. That's... I don't know what just happened, but they apparently wanted a picture with me, and they didn't. Maybe they didn't know who I was with, but Bob thought they were wanting a picture with him.
That kind of gives me chills, man, because you do, on a serious note, like, it is very important what you do for, especially the younger generation, like, that gives people hope. Like, hey, I want to be like Rocker one day. Mm-hmm. Like, that should make you feel good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you are you're hitting at the right time, like what you and I are talking about. Mm-hmm. I think the culture as a whole is getting very popular, but kids need somebody to look up to, and I want to be like Rocker, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. You know, if I'm gonna be completely honest, did I get in this to be a role model? Absolutely not. I mean, I don't. That's I'm not the perfect role model, but it does feel good to, you know, a lot of kids do come up to me, and I'm always good to them, hype them up, tell them if you ever need anything, let me know, you know. But you know, a lot of people say that I'm bad because, you know, there's kids that look up to me and stuff like that. But people also look up to, you know, Nikki Sixx.
True. It's a great point.
I haven't done as much as Nikki Sixx.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just because I ride bareback horses and I wear a cowboy hat doesn't mean that I'm a role model. But what I do want kids to take away from me is don't care what anybody says. Don't settle for a loss. You always go to win, and be yourself. And that's my whole thing. And
that's great.
Don't do everything I've done, and if you do, don't get caught. But yeah, I don't think I'm too bad. But definitely don't do some of the things I've done.
Dude, that was cool, man.
Thank you.
That was great. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. What was the wildest DM you've ever gotten? I mean, I don't know if I could do it verbatim. Does that, like, it doesn't have to. Why does my mind just go sexual, like, automatically?
I mean, that's fine.
Like, it just goes sexual automatically. Kids, go back to what I just said. Don't listen to me right now. What happens if I give it the boot?
You can't give it the boot, man.
I can't give it the boot. I don't know.
There might be a good one of somebody, like, you know, just DMing you and saying, hey.
I got a DM asking if I wanted to go on the John Rocker podcast. That's pretty fucking cool.
That is cool. Shout out John
Rocker.
Rocker.
That's who I was named after, dude. I was named after John Rocker, and I got to go on his podcast today.
And that was because your dad was a big fan.
Yeah, so they called Dad Sid Rock.
Yep.
Because he was in, like, the era. Kid Rock was big. His name was Sid Rock.
Yep.
And he named me after John Rocker, the most polarizing, badass pitcher for the Braves of all time.
And I mean, you talking about an era.
And very controversial.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Then that was about growing up in the South, not sure about Texas. I mean, you really could only watch the Braves because of Turner and the TV networks. I mean, everybody was watching the Braves. Very popular team. So I'd agree with that. The Miiiike Jones one that you told me before. I mean,
but
Rocker,
it wasn't the real Miiiike Jones.
I know, but it was a great story, though.
So pretty much,
because we're both.
This happened today too. So if these people are watching this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that sucks."
We are both Miiiike Jones fans, and we were talking about, like, you know, 281, 330.
Yeah, fofos, I'm tipping. Wood grain, I'm gripping. Catch your lanes, switch with the paint dripping.
Exactly.
Turn your neck and your dame missing. Anyway, so I get a DM. It's like, I'm with Miiiike Jones right now from a lady. I say lady because she's probably like 40. I'm going to back that down. She's probably not 40. She's probably like, let's just say 30. I'm going to be nice.
Yep.
Be nice. I'm with Miiiike Jones right now. He's a fan. It's like, I just responded with fofos, I'm tipping. And she's like, he keeps referring to you as the crazy MF. That's exactly what she said, actually. And I was like, tell him to call me. I want to talk to him. Thinking it was going to be, you know, Miiiike Jones.
Yeah.
And sent my number. which is probably a horrible idea. But Miiiike Jones calls me, and he's definitely very white. And talked to him for a little bit. Nice guy. Apparently knows my dad and granddad. And at the end of the call, he's like, "So, why are we on the phone?" I was like, I don't know. And it turns out his name's Miiiike Jones, and it's not the,
which is like the most white name you could have, Miiiike Jones. Yeah,
it's not Miiiike Jones.
Yeah.
You know.
So you have yet to meet Miiiike Jones.
I will meet Miiiike Jones one day.
Is that kind of one on your bucket list right now?
It wasn't before about 40 seconds ago.
Yeah. Do you have one? I mean, it seems like you still have a lot of life to live, which I like. I mean, we're going to be all living, vicariously through you. And you mentioned Tiger earlier, and Tiger was big on very goal-oriented individual. I mean, what are a few that you have kind of on the bedroom wall still?
That I want to meet?
No, in general.
Oh,
like,
that I want to achieve?
Winning this, winning that, meeting Miiiike Jones. We're going to add that to the list.
So, I mean, I've won a lot of majors. I've won Houston, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Calgary. Won rounds of the finals. I want to win this year. I want to win Cheyenne.
I was about to ask about Cheyenne.
I want to win Panoka. I want to win St. Paul, Salinas, Pendleton. So I got 5 more on my list.
Now help me, educate me a little bit. You have yet to win the finals, though. That's correct.
That's correct. Yeah.
And if you win that, it's like a bag.
The average at the NFR pays $90,000. So the highest score on 10 head, when it's like $90 $1,000. But each round at the finals, each day you can win $33,000. Which this year it'll probably be like 36 or something. If you won every round, you'd win $340,000 plus 90. $420,000.
So almost $500,000.
Fourth grade education, if that math is wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I've never won the NFR. I've never even gotten an average check. Because the average, the thing about it is the average, the only reason the average matters is because it pays $90,000. So, if you're not in the average and you're winning go rounds and, the guy right behind you wins the average, you lose, right? And so, because it pays $90,000, it's hard to be ahead of somebody by $90,000. I'm not an average bareback rider. I'm either riding to win the round or I'm getting bucked off. To the risk versus reward, I would rather go out there and win, 6 rounds than win, third each round and win the average and win the world. So the average doesn't do anything for me other than help me win a world championship. So it's every year I go out there, I just send it as hard as I possibly can, which is probably a bad mentality, but it's my mentality. So there it is.
Because injury-wise, you talked about in the beginning of the episode. I mean, you've had them. Yeah,
I've had a few. Last NFR is concussions was a big factor. My hand was blown up like a balloon. Got knocked out while I was riding the second round, which cost me a world title. If I would have if I would have scored a 54, I would have won the world, So, anything more than a 0, I would have won the world.
Yeah. Did you ever think about maybe hopping on a bull? Have you ever done that?
I would. My grandmother wouldn't let me. I always tell people, if you can talk my grandmother into let me get on bulls, I'll get on whatever, whenever. But you're not talking to her into it.
She's set in stone. Grandma's not going to happen.
Will not happen.
Because I think you'd be great at it.
I think I would too. It's I might be in over my head here, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I think you let me ride bulls for 2 years, I make the NFR.
Oh, we got to do it. Get JB to coach you up. We could probably make a series around it. A big JB coaching Rocker to be the greatest bull rider of all time. Speaking of series, you do have something coming out with Happy Dad that I saw.
Teton Ridge.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
So I've had this idea for a couple years now. Pretty much so we travel in a truck, a camper, has 3 beds in it, shower, whatever, they're sick. But it works for us. and I have friends that are like, hey, I want to come out for a week. And I'm like, dude, I would love to have you out.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of hard. We got 3 beds and we're always sleeping in them, So I've always wanted to have like a big bus, take my friends, take guests, and film it. And we made it happen. We have a Teton Ridge. We're doing a series called Hell on Wheels. And we have a 12-bunk Prevost bus. And we have 2 camera guys. One of them is Wyatt Wentz, and the other one I have not met yet. So it's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be like a 10-episode little series. So
It's going to be epic.
it's going to be awesome.
Can we expect Skinny to maybe get like a...
Skinny's going to make an appearance.
Okay. I'd love to make an appearance too.
Yeah, come on.
That'd be awesome.
Freebird's going to make an appearance too.
Freebird's going to be out there. I mean, the whole squad. And it just shows like, hey, y'all see what I do in the arena. But there's more to it. Like, I think there's
And my main
whole...
thing is like, there's so many people that come up to me and they're like, you are so much different than what everybody makes you seem like. Everybody, the guy came up to me the other day and was like, you seem like a arrogant asshole on social media and stuff. Not my social media, which is what like people make me seem like. He's like, dude, you're not like that at all. I was like, dude, people don't know me. Like they don't understand what I'm like. And I think this is going to be my main idea was like, I want people to see who I really am. Not just in the arena, because in the arena they get the alter ego. They get the rocker that's jacked up and fired up and does whatever he wants, celebrates and cusses in the arena and puts on a show. And they don't see the laid back. I guess I'm not really laid back, but they don't get to see the calmer version of me.
Yeah, the right before you go to sleep version, which isn't that calm either, probably.
No,
but
it's
people
not.
want to see that.
I can't fall asleep before like 2, 3 in the morning.
What do you do? Just kind of go on TikTok or
Watch movies, play guitar, whatever. Go hunting. We hunt all night pretty much.
I was actually pretty surprised on your guitar skills before we got on.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was just messing around.
I mean, is that something that like one of your hobbies that you've enjoyed doing for a while?
I love playing guitar. I'm a big music fan. I've always loved music. Always try to play music. I'm not exactly good at it, but I play where it's fun. You can call me like a campfire guitar player, I guess.
Who are you jamming out to before you get in the dirt?
Nothing. I play on guitar.
Yeah.
Actually, I can play a few of them, but a lot of like I don't listen to like a lot of Slipknot, but I like Duality. Whatever just gets you fired. Like, whatever gets me fired up. I like Stone Temple Pilots. Like Dead and Bloated is a good one before I ride.
There was one that you had the other day that's been like a TikTok theme going around. I think it was Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
That I saw on your Instagram.
Oh yeah, Complicated.
Complicated
Is a good one. Such a jam.
And there was another one. I think it was Jesse Murph too. Was it Blue Strips? Did you?
I'm jamming out the Blue Strips.
Bro, a jam.
Fuck yeah.
There's some of those. They don't have to be to one genre. It's just like whatever gets you pumped up.
Yeah. I throw some Blue Strips out after the rodeo.
It's a great one. What do you have coming down the pipeline next? Like anything exciting? You got obviously some rodeos coming up. You got the series coming up with Teton and Happy Dad. I mean, anything else coming down the pipeline?
Not really. I mean, just a lot of rodeos. Go to Pecos Saturday, Greeley, Colorado, Ponoka, Alberta, and then I hit the fourth run, which is like Killdeer, Mandan, Cody, Wyoming, St. Paul, Oakley, Utah, Red Lodge, Livingston, Montana. Just a bunch of rodeos that add a lot of money. So, looking forward to hitting the road and making some Blue Strips.
Damn right. What about golf? You play golf? You a golfer?
I hate golf. Never want to play again. Cannot wait to play tomorrow.
It's one of those deals, yeah.
Fucking hate golf. I love it. Can't wait.
I get that. I feel that. I think that's 90% of the world, rocker. It's just you hit that one shot.
It brings you back.
And there's some dudes out of Texas. We had George Burge on the show not too long ago. He walked on to Texas. Walked on University of Texas golf. Obviously, he's got a bunch of number ones right now in country music. But crazy how fast that sport's growing.
Dude. Golf's huge right now. I wish I was good at it. I remember my wakeboard coach, Jeff Langley, when I was like 14, he's like, dude, you got to get into golf. I'm like, fuck golf.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into
For
golf.
losers.
And now I'm like, I should have listened to him.
Should have.
Should have.
Man, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm a huge fan. I love watching what you're doing, and just and you bring a persona outside of that arena that draws people together, and it's really cool to see.
Thank you.
And I wanted you to come on the show to kind of highlight that, like you and your dad relationship is so beautiful. I mean, I love when you're out, your dad's hanging out, having a good time, very respectable, like just a cool dynamic you have going. Really excited about this series, but like you have more to give outside of being on a bronc, and it's really cool to see you kind of getting into that type of scene, whether it's through social media or TV or whatever. You got a lot to give. So that whole little snippet you had at Yellowstone, that was just the beginning of like who Rocker is, and I'm really excited to kind of see that type of stuff as well.
Thank you, man. I am too. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm ready for it, so.
Keep on kicking ass.
Thank you.
And as always, appreciate y'all tuning in. Every single Wednesday, catch me on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.